Welcome to today's live stream. I'm super excited to welcome you here today. Before we get started and get into the Really For Real live, this is obviously a pre-recorded video where I can tell you a couple things and then we can get started. So honestly, what I'm doing is buying myself time to turn the camera on and make sure that everything sounds good. But while we do that, while we wait for myself, let's go ahead and comment below. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Maybe let's start with your name and where you're watching from. And then also I'd love to hear about maybe the latest project you're working on or your favorite software. So if you can post a link below, go ahead and post a link to your portfolio. We'd love to check it out and see what you're up to. And maybe even let us know what your favorite software is or maybe your favorite subject. Do you like web design or print design or making t-shirts or logos or branding? I don't know. Go ahead and comment below and let us know. We'd love to check it out. And then also, if you'd love to see what I'm up to, you can check out my work at derrickmitchell.com. You can see some YouTube videos at youtube.com/derrickmitchell. And then also live streaming at behance.net/Mitchell's Garage. So you can check me out there. And then did I say Instagram? I don't know if I said Instagram yet or not. Instagram.com/dmitchelldesign. So hopefully there's links and buttons and stuff here. Right there. Anyway, all right, guys, we're about to dive into some really cool stuff. Feel free to comment in the thread, and I'd love to, again, see what you're up to, and I'll try and answer your questions as we get going, but let's go ahead and dive in. Today's video is sponsored by the Graphic Design Bootcamp. If you're looking at becoming a graphic designer and you want to learn more about Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, creating real-world projects that clients would actually pay you for things like logos, business cards, letterhead, and much more. Check out the link below for more information and a deep discount to get started today. One last thing I was going to mention too, because I don't know how much time I'm going to need to turn all this on. Maybe it's ready to go and, you know, the real me, the live me can just cut this off and we can get to it. But in case I need a little bit more time, let me just tell you about myself. So my name is Derrick Mitchell. We've been over that. Also, I live in Montana, in Kalispell, Montana, actually, which is just outside of Glacier National Park. And I've got 4 daughters and a wife, and we have tons of fun doing outdoor things like riding bicycles. We float the river on our paddle boards. That's a ton of fun. I love to downhill mountain bike. That's a ton of fun. When it snows for like 9 months out of the year, we like to go snowboarding and skiing. So I feel like I'm rambling. So at any point, Derrick, just go ahead and just, you know, let's do this. Let's get live. Let's start teaching. You are rambling, Derrick. That was a lot of rambling. Hey guys, what's going on? Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. We got some music. Looks like we're using the good microphone and the mix. I don't know what this music is. I don't know where it's going to take us tonight, but it should be good stuff. Say hi in the chat. Let me know if you're there. Also, hopefully, so Behance just updated the streaming service, and hopefully my specific server that I stream from has been updated, which means there should be a very, very low latency. So if you comment in the chat roll on Behance, it should only be like 3 to 5 seconds behind live, which is super cool. So let's give it a try. Why don't somebody say hi? Say something. Are you there? Can you hear me? Say what's up in the chat so I can say hello back, and then we can see if this whole thing is working or not. I think it's working. I think it's going to be good. All right. So what we're going to do today, it's going to be a shorter stream. We've got company. I've got a fly that keeps coming in and out of stream here. So we should probably name him or kill him. I don't know. These are the jokes. What is up, Edgar? I didn't see when you posted that. Edgar Olivas over on Behance says hi. Thank you so much for jumping in and saying hello. I see you. I should have been paying attention to the chat to see if there's a delay or not. Oh well. So tonight's stream could be a little bit scattered. I am recovering from COVID. I traveled to Chicago and got sick on the way. So luckily it's not that bad. A little bit of brain fog, a little bit of aches and pains. But honestly, the flu is worse, at least for me. I know it's been very, very bad for some people. Very, very fortunate that I'm doing well. But that's why you haven't seen me in a while. I've been recovering, laying low, just trying to, make sure my body is healed up and that we're good to go. So all that to say, sometimes this time of night, words get hard for me. My brain stops working. So we'll see how we do. It could be a shorter stream just to kind of get my feet wet, get back into it a little bit, make sure everything's up and running and things are good. So just Edgar's going to say hi, huh? That's it? Nobody else wants to say hi in the chat? Fine. I see how you are. Let's get to it. So I think what we're going to try is making some cool stuff with Illustrator on an iPad. Should be a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, if you're new to the channel, the stream, check out some of my replays. I've been having a lot of fun doing things like this. That shot didn't get flipped the right direction. That is upside down. Let's fix that real quick. Maybe. How's that? That looks right. Okay. So the super cool coaster, I made this for the Third Bowl and Co. And it's printed and finally here. You guys have seen that. You're also probably noticing I've got the new T3B hat. One of them for the Third Bowl. Loving this, digging this. So this is a logo I actually designed. I don't think I did the logo on stream, but a lot of these other brand assets I did on stream. So if you want to see how I did those, check out the replays. And also, on that note, super excited. Here, let's go back to full screen. Super excited to announce I've got a subscription service now through Behance. So if you go to my profile, you can actually subscribe and get premium members only content. Anybody can subscribe. It's month to month and you get all kinds of freebies, behind the scenes access. I've even got a couple courses listed there that you get free access to for freelancing and some other stuff in there as well. We'll get into that later. But what I'm really excited about is I started a new service. I use Marco Polo to give live videos to my subscribers. And there's only room for 50 of you guys in there. So if you want to join, if you're thinking about it, do it right away so you can get into that. But then we can have like a live behind the scenes stuff. I'm not doing a good job of selling this. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just trying to tell you what we're up to. Anyway, check it out when you get a minute in the subscription area. All right, let's get to this. Let's do the things. Let's have some fun. All right, so in the past, we played around with, by we, I mean me, I played around with this surfboard company, this Classic Surf Co. Designed this logo, had some fun with it. And at the time, I'd been watching a ton of David Carson stuff on Masterclass. And so I had a lot of fun designing these surfboards on my iPad. Super cool. But the weather is already changing, even though it's August. My kids go back to school in like 2 weeks. And I think it's time to design like a snowboard or skis or something. So let's do it. Let's do the things. In fact, I think what we're going to do, let's start in Illustrator on a desktop just because it's going to go faster, and then we'll bring it into the iPad. All right. And this is Photoshop. Let's close Photoshop. I thought I had that open, but I did the wrong one here. Let's try that again. COVID brain. It's all good. All good. So I'm tuning in from Kalispell, Montana. Love it here. It's beautiful. You guys in the chat, let me know where you're tuning in from. What's up? What's up, Edgar? Where are you watching from? All right. So super cool feature in the cloud is being able to sync from Illustrator on your desktop to your iPad. So I could jump into this document here on my desktop. Give it a second to load. And I can round trip and go back and forth. And I love this feature because there's some tools in Illustrator on the desktop that I'm just faster at and more confident with. But sometimes it's a lot of fun having an iPad in front of you to draw with. And you know, I've got a Wacom tablet here too, but just the tactile feel on the iPad feels really good to draw with that way. So I love doing that and starting my projects that way. All right, so let's go ahead and make a new document. I need to make a pair of skis. So let's try. All right, oh, over here is my website, derrickmitchell.com. Check it out. Good stuff. Let's just see what. No, not skis.com. Oh no, this could be expensive for me to be on this site right now, buying all kinds of stuff. Okay, so what I want to look at, get some Razzies. Probably do like a twin tip. This looks cool. All right, so what I'm looking at right now is I want to grab this image and make a mask so I have something to design over. I can already tell right now this is going to be a longer than a half-hour stream like I had intended to be. We'll see. We'll see how we do. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this, Command Shift and the number 4 on my keyboard. Click and drag. Hold down Control and then let go of the mouse, and it's going to take a picture of just that little window and save it to my desktop. And I think there's a couple ways we could do this. Let's make a new document here in Illustrator. And I'm just going to make it 8.5 by 11 and do it in horizontal or landscape orientation here, so that way it just fits nicely. It doesn't really matter. We're in Illustrator. And I'm just going to paste what's on my canvas here. Okay, so a couple things we could do. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. Let's trace these out. I'm just thinking through the best approach. I'm going to drag a copy over here. And now that we've started doing some work, let's go ahead and save before we forget. Save as. And I'm going to save this one to the cloud. So instead of saving to my computer like I would usually do, I'm going to come over here to Save Cloud Document. And let's call this skis. I'm just going to save it. Boom. Saved. So now if I wanted to jump back over to my iPad, go to the home screen, give it a second here. I think it'll load right on top. Or do I need to go to my work? There we go. Okay, yeah, so go to my work, this little tab on the side here, and then that document loads. So I can swap back and forth really quickly. So sometimes searching on a computer with a keyboard and a mouse is faster to get things started, and then you can jump over and do the handoff and use an iPad. Let's get some different music going here. All right. So anyway, so we could jump right in and start designing in here. I think I want to build my template to design into on the desktop though. Because I want to do a couple things that I just know the shortcut to there instead. So let's just do that real quick. All right, so I'm just going to literally just jump back over into the desktop, still have the file open. And let's see, let's use the pen tool just to kind of trace around these bindings real quick. Shift X to swap from a fill to a stroke. And I think for the sake of time, we're going to speed this up a tiny bit, just kind of go through it. I thought about jumping into Photoshop for this. I don't know. Who knows? We might still jump into Photoshop a little bit. We'll see. And let's change the stroke weight while we're doing this, just so it's easier to see. So lots of ways to work. I probably could have, and maybe even should have, jumped into Photoshop to make this selection, just because of the tools available would make this a little bit faster. But honestly, I'd probably still use the pen tool in there anyway. So just like how precise it is. Also, like little things like the base, you can't even really hardly see it, but the black of this binding, Photoshop would never see that correctly because there's no contrast between that and the ski. I'm so pumped for ski season this year. We just bought our season passes last week. Really excited about it. Hopefully things stay open and we can do that. So a lot of times I'll take both my skis. Well, two skis. I meant my skis and my snowboard. And I'll ski half the day on skis, and then I'll switch over to snowboard because my daughter snowboards, and that way we can ride together on some of the terrain that is more fun for the boarders. We love it. Living in Montana, there's not a ton to do in the winter if you don't do something in the snow. I should have pre-gamed this like a good cooking show. They've already got the cake baked in the oven because this is taking forever. Let's speed this up. It's a little faster, Derrick. Do you guys ever talk to yourself in the third person like that? No, just me. All right. So tonight we'll probably just get the file kind of set up, start exploring a little bit, and then maybe continue some of the stream tomorrow. We'll see how far we make it. Okay, so in theory, the way that this photo was taken, I could probably, let me just see. I'll bet I could drag this. Whew, and it's almost the exact same thing. And I think for the sake of time, oh yeah, we're 100% going to do that right now. All right, so I've got the bindings. I'm going to take this and copy it. So it's copied to my clipboard. I'm going to grab these shapes, shift click both of them, Command G to group it, shift click the ski layer below it, Command 7, let's go to, let's see, object. Oh no, this is the brain fog I was talking about. I want to make a mask. Command 7 is a shortcut. I was trying to show you where it's at in the menu. Oh, you know what we could do? Oh, my, what am I doing wrong? All right, I'm gonna have to do one at a time. So what we're gonna do, grab this, Command Shift G, grab this guy and this guy, Command 7 to make a mask, Command B to paste behind what was on my clipboard, which is a ski image. Click on the shape, shift click on that, Command 7 to make a mask there. So now I've got those. All right, now Command B to paste the ski layer behind again. So now I've got the skis and then I've got the bindings separated, okay? Hope that made sense. Maybe what I should turn on is visualize, so you guys can see my keyboard shortcuts. All right. So next, what do we want to do next? Okay, now we need to trace out the skis themselves because I want to be able to have a mask for that. So, fastest way to do that. Interesting. I'm hitting spacebar. Sorry, I'm just looking at the shortcuts on my screen to see if they're working right. Cool. All right. Let's see. Let's trace these skis out. I'm just trying to decide if I want to trace them or make a shape and round the corners and do stuff that way. Let's just see what happens. Let's do a rectangle. Let's change the transparency, the opacity, so we can see what we're working with here. Let's change the color. Do you guys hear Georgia back there squealing? It's my daughter. Here, check this out. My wife just texted me this image. I had to change my intro. In the intro I said I've got 4 daughters, which is true, but I also have a son now. So here is maybe what is happening. There we go. All right. Here is Declan, my new son, and Georgia sitting on the couch tonight. My wife just sent me that picture. So much fun. Anyway, this is the one upstairs squealing like a stuck pig. Getting ready for bedtime. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so I just made the layer blue. It's just a rectangle so I can see what I'm doing. Getting it close. All right, what do we want to do? Let's start by rounding the corners. Okay. Then, what do I want to do next to make this shape? Let's see. If I grab the pen tool and I just click kind of in here, drag it in. It's close. I'm sure there's lots of better ways to do it, but this is just the way my brain is working tonight, so that's what we're going to do. If you're brand new to graphic design or brand new to the software, that's probably the best advice I could give you. When I first started, I used to think, oh, but like that's one way to do it, but what is the exact only right way to do it? Like how would a professional do this? Georgia's squealing again. What is the right way to do this? And sometimes it kind of doesn't matter. Like there's a lot of ways to achieve the very same thing. So I encourage you just to kind of play around with it, explore the program, and see what happens. All right, so we got our ski shapes there. All right, so now what I can do is take this image layer and drag it over to the side. We've got these 2 shapes. Throw them to the back. Looks pretty dang good. Pretty close. Okay, so now what I need to do, let me think about this. Okay, let's just make this a default white and black. Let's make the stroke on this pretty light. Instead of 1 point, we'll make it 0.25 points. I'm going to group all this together. I'm going to save the document. And now in theory, what's probably going to happen is have a conflict on the cloud because I had it open on the iPad. Let's just see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen. It looks like it's updating right now. Can I open it back up? Boom. Look at that. You guys, Adobe is amazing. The cloud. Woohoo. All right. So now, what's up, Stacy? What are we working on tonight? All right. So we kind of jumped into how I had designed surfboards earlier in the summer because my mind was on paddleboarding and having fun there. We had fun doing this. Here's an example of what we did. If you'd like to see that stream, it should still be posted on Behance if you want to check that out. I might have to watch that myself to remember how I did some of this stuff, to be honest. But today, because my kids go back to school in like 2 weeks and I feel like the summer's already almost over, I'm thinking about the ski season. I just bought my ski pass. And so let's design some skis. Let's have some fun. All right. Let's see. How you doing, Stacy? How's things? What's new? What's up? Thanks for jumping into the chat. All right. I don't honestly know what I'm going to do with this at all. Not a clue. My brain's feeling a little rusty. So let's start with, usually when my brain is feeling rusty, tired, whatever, I tend to start by just moving things around because it just feels like it warms up my brain. So I literally, you'll see me just like, I literally just move things around and think like, what do I want to do? I don't know. Let's duplicate this. So I have these over here as a backup in case I screw anything up, which happens a lot. That's okay. Let's go ahead. Okay, so now what I need to do, I'm trying to think. So all of this is grouped. I wonder if I want to turn these into different layers. So technically, right now, all of this stuff, George is just screaming up there. She's having a good time, but she's vocal about it. So I can turn everything on and off, or I can lock everything on this layer. So what might be best to do? What's up, Sandos? Thanks for jumping in. Where are you tuning in from? Where are you watching from? All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to grab this here. Oh, crap, I don't remember how to cut something and pay, maybe the scissors. Uh-oh, it froze. Is it this? Yes. Okay, cool. So the scissors on the right, what I wanted to do is I wanted to cut it and copy it over to a different layer. So in the layers here, I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to call this one, I don't know, let's just call it artwork or something. Artwork. Okay. And I'll call this one, I can't tell if my, no, I don't think my iPad's, okay. I can't tell if it was freezing or if I just wasn't clicking in the right spot. Let's call this one, I can call it assets. I could call it, I don't know, whatever. These are the assets. These are the originals in case I screw stuff up, okay? We can turn that off. I can lock it, and that way it doesn't get messed up, but it's still there. And then what we want to do now is jump back to our artwork layer, make sure that's selected, and then come over to the scissors tool here. Actually, yeah, no, scissors. Oh dear. There we go, this little pasteboard, clipboard icon thing. Can you see it? Boom, pasted. Although, I don't see it. Where'd you paste it to? What the heck? Let's try that again. Uh-oh, okay, well, that's why I make copies of things. I don't know what happened with that, but what we're going to do is highlight this, duplicate it, drag it on over. Let's cut it. Let's turn off our assets layer and lock it. Jump over here to artwork and try and paste it and see what happens. There we go. Okay, it worked that time. So just a glitch or something the first time around. Boom. We're set. Now it's time to get with it and start making some cool things. All right. All right. So now what I need to do is figure out, clone it one more time. I got to remember the best way to do this. So last time what I did, just started playing around with like the pen tool or the brush, the pencil, lots of different ways to work. And okay, that's kind of cool. So I'm trying to remember how I masked some of this inside of Illustrator, so it might be a little rusty here for a second. But while I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make some random shape thing. And now what I need to do is, actually, let's duplicate that. Does this duplicate it? No. I need to, there we go. Boom. Okay, we are going to grab... Oh yeah, I love that we can rotate the canvas now in this too. I'm going to drill down into this shape until I just have the singular ski outline selected. Okay, so now it's selected. I'm going to duplicate it. So open up my layers, open up this, and I think, it doesn't matter which one I grab, let's grab this guy. Bring it up to the top. Oh, okay. Try that again. There we go. That one's duplicated. There we go. Okay, so now I can take this shape and I can shift click on this one. I think I can do both at the same time. This might cause problems for me. I'm gonna make a clipping mask. Ugh. Let's try one at a time. Okay, so one at a time it is. All right, so getting super focused here. All right, so you can see where we're headed with this. Just some ideas, just kind of screwing around, seeing what happens. Oops. Doesn't want to work that way. All right. So what we'll do instead, All right. Let's see. Okay. So that took a lot of mental effort for me to get to this point. Let's see what else we can do with it. Maybe speed things up. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that on both. Okay, that's all right. So with the wakeboard paddleboard sample, I only had like one, shape I was working with when I was doing masks and stuff, like this. Now that I'm using skis, because of the way that I set this up, I have to do everything twice, which is kind of annoying, for being honest. So what I think I'm going to do, our fly is back, fly friend. So I think what we're going to do, for the sake of kind of speeding some of this up, let's jump back into the desktop version here. Should be saved now. All right, there we go. And let's, excuse me, close this. Let's go back to our home. Open the skis again. All right. So what I'm thinking, let's just drag these off to the side here. Drag this off to the side here, so I've got stuff to work with. And I'm thinking maybe we need to make like a reverse template. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a rectangle. That's like, it doesn't need to be too much bigger. How big do I need to make? Let's see. Let's do it like this. Let's fill it so we can see what we're working with here. Throw it to the back. All right. So now these two ski shapes, right? I basically want to knock. This is all grouped together. Let's just center it all up on the canvas here. There we go. And what we're going to do is we are going to grab the skis and the shape, get my shape builder tool, and just cut out these skis here. Okay, so now what I basically have, if I move this off canvas, whatever I draw behind this layer, it's going to make it so much easier. So while I'm on the desktop having some fun, in my comfort zone here, let's just kind of dial in a few things. Okay. I don't need the bleed, but that's all right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is change this color. Let's see. I'm going to leave it like this for a second so you guys can see how this is going to work. Let's group the bindings and everything together. So now I've got a few. I'm going to line everything up. Save it. And now if I close this and jump back into the into the iPad. Uh-oh, it might not have been ready for me yet. And now there's a conflict because I opened it too soon. Oh well. All right, so now what I can do, imagine that these tan colored boxes are actually white. I could grab this, go to my layers panel. This is my artwork. I'm going to call this one masks instead. Make a new layer, drag it underneath. We'll call this one artwork. Boom. Okay, so now we're on the artwork layer. We're going to lock the masks layer. And now what I could do, instead of messing around with trying to make all these masks at the same time, now I could just kind of go crazy and actually just spend time drawing cool things or making stuff up. Let's sample from the binding. Now I could do designs. There we go. So much cooler, so much better. And so if you unlock the masks layer, all I did, right, I just drew a bunch of scribbles, but it's behind this mask layer. So now what we're going to do, let's grab this shape. Instead of being cream, let's make it white. Ooh, you know what I can't do? How would I do that? I don't know. We'll figure that out on another day when I'm not brain dead. I'm going to go back to my artwork layer, and I'm just going to scribble. No, I'm not. I'm going to just finish changing these colors. What I realized when I changed these white is now you can't see the outline of the skis. And I know I could fix this in the tablet, but I'm faster on the desktop. So let's jump back over the desktop real quick. All right. I just got really tired. Oh my goodness. Too late for an energy drink though. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this shape. Actually, I'm gonna get my selection tool, letter Q. Select those, hold down shift and select this guy and this guy. This is the wrong way to work. We don't do it this way. The fastest way to do this. Sorry guys, I am a little slow tonight. Actually, if I just delete it like that. There we go. Maybe there's a faster way to do this. Okay. Let's walk through what we're going to do here. So we've got these skis. We can't really see them. Let's change the shape of this mask, or change the color of this mask so we can see what we're doing. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this shape. Direct selection tool, just select inside the shape and copy it. So I've got it hanging out on my clipboard. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this corner, hit delete once. You can see now I've got these 3 points left. Hit delete again, and it did not delete these. So now my ski shape is back. Okay. I'm going to take these, Shift X, so that way it changed from a fill to a stroke. Let's go ahead and change that stroke to a black stroke. Click OK. And then I still have my mask shape on my clipboard. So if I hit Command B as in behind, it's going to paste that mask behind. Now I can change the color of this guy. So we've got two things. We've got this mask shape and then we've got the ski stroke shape. Okay. So now what I can do is I can change this fill to white. Click OK. Boom. Let's just delete these guys. Let's work smart, not hard. Let's group these guys together. Duplicate them. Right. Save your work. Let's see how we're doing on the layers here. Right, those are the masks. Let's trash this one. Trash these guys. We don't need it. Boom. Okay. We got our masks. We got our artwork. Lock the mask layer. I'm going to save it. Close it. Give it a second to think about it. So I can jump back into my iPad. All right. So like I said, it's going to be a shorter stream tonight. I'm almost done. So if you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. The best way to get your questions answered, honestly, is to tune in live and then hit me up in the comments in the chat. I do pay attention to that. So check that out. Also, if you want special attention and you want to be on my radar so I can kind of help you out, be sure to join that subscription that we just launched on Behance. If you go to my profile page, you'll see subscribers only content. You know, in fact, maybe I should show you guys that real quick while this is syncing. If you don't know, let's see, go to, I guess you could be tuning in from YouTube or some other places as well. So if you go to behance.net/Mitchell's Garage, that's my Behance profile. So be sure to like and follow and subscribe, do all the things if you can, if you want to catch me live and get notified. But I also have a subscriber area, and I need to check this offline here in case it loads something only subscribers can see. And it did. Whew. Anyway, check out my subscriber area content. There is a free course. Well, you subscribe to everything, but then with that, you get access to a free course. And I've got a packaging mockup course in there. I've got a freelancing course in there, some subscribers only behind the scenes content in there, some really cool stuff. So check that out when you get a minute. Would love to have you guys join. I can show you this page. Boom. So we got this Upwork course, some behind the scenes stuff where you guys can see how I set up my office and my desk and things like that. And here is the exclusive content you'll be getting when you join. So check it out. Would love to have you guys, or not, whatever, no pressure, but would love to have you there. So let's jump back to, what are we doing now? We're waiting for the iPad to get happy about life so we can open up the document with the masks. All right. So now my document is primed and ready to go crazy and make some stuff. We got the masks layer. Let's jump into the artwork layer. Just double checking that that is locked and good to go. And now I can start designing some super cool skis. Get my color settings dialed in here. All right, so now I can start doing stuff and having it kind of bleed across, and oh, that's so much easier. Trying to double mask everything and break your mental workflow. Oop. Now if I go too far, like I did there, it goes past the mask out here into this negative space, and then it kind of breaks the illusion. Which there's other ways to do this, but I don't know. I just felt like doing it this way tonight. Anybody learning anything new tonight from watching this? Inspire you guys to make anything? Last, let's throw maybe just a black rectangle behind it. Panicked for a second. I looked up and I saw my desktop screen, which is not my live broadcast, and I thought this whole time you guys couldn't even see what I was doing. Anyway, cool. That's kind of a fun random, like literally all I did was just kind of scribble, and it's kind of a cool design. There's more we could do to it. What should we do with this? There's so much more we could do to it. But you know what? I'm going to cut this stream a little bit short tonight. Got some things to take care of and get my kids to bed. So tomorrow we can pick it up where we left off, have some more fun designing some skis for the new season, and should be fun. So hope you guys enjoyed that and had some fun with me tonight. If you did, be sure to throw a thumbs up on the video, and then also follow me and, I don't know, tap the bell, do all the things. That way when I go live, you guys will get a notification so you don't miss a beat, don't miss a thing, and it'll be super cool. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. Whoa, what's going on? Really? I'm literally about to shut this down. Like, I was about to push the button, and then I see Rob in the chat. What's going on, man? How you doing? Also, I'm going to hang tight for just like a second so I can make sure that you hear me say hello, because I think there's a little bit of a delay on the stream. Are you kidding me? The whole chat lights up as soon as I'm about to end it. What's up? Is it, let's see, Dongying Sun, Bernie, you guys are ridiculous right now. All you guys saying hello right literally as I was about to end the chat. But since you're here, I'm out of water, but I can chew on my ice cubes. What's up? What's new? What's going on? Yeah, you missed it. You missed the whole thing. You just woke up, Bernie. Where are you watching from, Bernie? I am in Kalispell, Montana. It is 7:47 p.m. and my kids are ready for bed, so I gotta go tuck them in. All right, so super bummed you guys missed it. It's all good. So I haven't been streaming for like 2.5 weeks. I was traveling. I was in Chicago, and then I got sick. I got COVID, and then my wife got COVID, and then my kid got COVID, and then we already had it come through the house once, like 2 months ago, and I didn't get it that time somehow. Anyway, so we've just been kind of laying low and recovering, not doing anything. Bernie tuning in from Texas. Hey, I'm going to be in Texas beginning of September. I want to say, I forget which part of Texas I'm going to be in. There's a trade show down there I've got to go to. I can't remember where it's at. One of the bigger major ones. Anyway, part of the whole COVID thing is a massive brain fog. So sometimes words are hard. Like I go to say something and I can't think of the right word. A little bit of runny nose, a little bit of aches and pains, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's been, I don't want to say it's been easy, but very fortunate that it's been pretty minor. So glad to be back now. Glad to be streaming again. I'll probably be streaming almost every day to catch up with everything. So stay tuned for more. I'll probably be streaming mostly in the evenings, maybe popping in the afternoon. I don't have a streaming schedule. I just kind of go live whenever. Yeah. Catch me in the next stream, Rob. I'm super pumped we're recovering well as well. The bummer is my wife got it too. Luckily, she's about 3 or 4 days behind me as far as symptoms go. So when I was having my worst days, she was able to take care of me. And then now that she's kind of coming through it, I'm mostly a whole human and can help out. So that being said, guys, yeah, I don't currently have a streaming schedule. So the super best way to just catch me live is if you follow me on Behance or on YouTube and tap the bells for notifications. Then you should get notifications when I'm live. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't want to go because I love it when you guys jump in the chat. But I promised my kiddos I'd read them some bedtime stories. So that's really important to keep your promises and do those things. So that being said, I got to go. Like a Band-Aid, gonna rip it off here and bounce out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's hang out tomorrow. Have a good night or good day, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. I'll catch y'all later. All right, guys, thanks for watching today. Hope you learned a lot of valuable information, and I appreciate you sticking around to the very end. But before you go, just a couple things I want to remind you. The first is, if you haven't already, feel free to like this video if you can, depending on where you're watching from. Give it a thumbs up or subscribe or tap the bell or give it a follow if you can. And also maybe even just copy the link up in the browser and share it with a friend or post it to your Facebook page. I'd really appreciate that. But again, just want to say thanks for sticking around, and I'd love to continue going live as much as possible and helping you guys out. So the best way that I can help you is by you commenting on the videos below. I read those comments. I engage with them as soon as I can, if I can, when I see them. So if it's live, I'll try and answer you right away. If this is a replay, you can still comment on the video, and I go back and I read those. So I just wanted to say thanks again for watching, and let me know what you're working on. I'd love to help you out, and hopefully we will see you in the next live. And to be sure you don't miss it, like this video and subscribe and follow and do the things. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.